It's really hard in the highlight, Carmen, to get the slow motion. So yeah, this is kind of right it there. Here. The offensive guy for New England cuts right in front of Gudino. The ball is 20 feet in the air, out of playing distance of either player. So it's completely up for grabs. But Gudino is coming out on a beeline, every right to be going for the ball, and the New England guy just sees this as an opportunity to like hit the brakes and back up kind of into the keeper as the keeper's coming out.
Classic try to draw a foul.
Yeah, classic try to draw the foul, but the ball is 20 feet in the air. It's not in playing distance of the offensive player.
The ball had a horrible spin on it, which I could see right away. I'm like, Gudino, what are you doing? See the spin on it, and he just totally misjudged the spin.
May very well be foul inside the
to
box.
me, that is classic obstruction right there. Look at him. He just obstructs the goalkeeper. Yep. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Of course.
And you mean to tell me video assistant referee can't see that? He backed up right into him at the last second.
Well, here's the interesting thing, and we've talked about it a little bit if you pause it.
And Gudino looks guilty because he's kind of like a big bear coming out, but that is not his fault, and that should never be called a penalty.
I've told you something, and I think maybe you've disagreed with me a little bit. VAR, the way it's set up, is not actually, the job of VAR is not actually to get the call right. That's not the way it's set up.
I agree.
I think that it should be, but that's not the way it's basically to overturn a clear and obvious error, right? And so once there's contact like that, right, VAR is not involved at all. The referee has made a decision in a way of play. So the only thing you could say is that there was no contact. VAR does not have the opportunity to say, look, I think that was obstruction. And now I think it should. I think the VAR referee should say, you know what? I think you're not going to like that one.
They do it with everything else.
Yeah, I think you're not going to like that
one. They noodle it with
everything
everything else.
Take another look.
So, I mean, come on. They've got headphones on there. For them to say, hey, that might have been obstruction, they can't even say that. That's against allowed. They're not allowed.
No, that's not in the remit of VAR, which is terrible because I agree with you. I don't think.
Are they allowed to say that might be that might be a worse foul because it's a red card or a yellow card? I think they can do that.
Yes.
So why is obstruction not allowed for the VAR? I'm just curious. Asking for a friend.
Well, they just have to say,
asking for me. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Clear and obvious error, right? So anytime a guy is dribbling and they go for a penalty kick call.
In the EPL, though, they did this the other day where there was a really bad kick on somebody's ankle. I forget which game it was. Somebody, and there was a red card. It was a yellow card initially, and then he came back and threw the red card, which I thought was really harsh. And what game was that? I don't remember. It was it was the Tottenham game, Arsenal game.
Okay.
So it was one of the biggest derbies of the year, right?
Yeah, right.
And they on VAR said, "Hey, take another look at that," and he came back and gave him a red, and it shouldn't have been. But anyway, sorry I cut you off. But that's an example where I don't know why they can do it for that instance and not for obstruction.
Yeah, I mean, I think both things are true, which is it wasn't a penalty, shouldn't have been a penalty, but it also was awful goalkeeping, right? He never should slam into him like that and give him the opportunity, right? It suggests that, I think what it suggests to me is that, so Gudino is way, way better than Rios Novo. Yeah. Way better. I mean, just night and day better.
Yeah.
Is Gudino our option? If we had a chance to sign him permanently, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I agree. It didn't look like he was coordinated or hitting the weight room.
Yeah. Well, he's tall and he makes good saves, but he doesn't seem lightning quick or anything. Yeah. And he seems a little awkward the way he moves. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But again, obstruction all day long should have not been.
To be honest with you, who I don't know whether this is saying something bad or good, but Alec Can.
Yeah.
Right? I think is the exact same goalkeeper as Gudino. Very good goalkeeper.
Yeah. But way more coordinated from all accounts.
They both have a very similar, they're big, they're quick on the whatever say, but not quite as good coming out, a little awkward coming out.
I mean, Gudino does seem a little lumbering, but again, I'll take that at the end of the day from like a confidence
But because
standpoint.
they're really tall, they can make saves. You know, they can get to balls.
Exactly. It's just they can,
and they're both athletic enough to get to saves. So I think they're both good shot stoppers. I think they're both legit MLS goalkeepers. I would say if we went with Gudino long term, I think he's an absolutely middle of the road MLS goalkeeper. Which honestly, that's all you maybe need. Do you need? Yeah. But there's no way that he's ever even remotely in a Sean Johnson or
no.
you know what you would call it for Philadelphia from Jamaica,
Blake.